I graduated acupuncture school, the Midwest College of Oriental Medicine, in the mid-90s, 1995. And so I've been in practice for about 20 years now, and also been teaching in different accredited acupuncture schools for about 15 years. Now I have a community acupuncture clinic, which is just a straight community acupuncture clinic in Hollywood, Florida. It's called Presence Community Acupuncture. Started it off as a hybrid type of a practice, but pretty soon just went toward, to a straight community acupuncture practice, and then moved to a larger space in 2012, and ever since then, I've been doing pretty well. The clinic is much, I'm seeing a lot of people that otherwise I wouldn't be able to see because they wouldn't be able to afford it, and I get a lot of people who are first timers who've never had acupuncture before, or I've had people who have had acupuncture but had to stop because they couldn't afford it with a conventional type practice. And I enjoy it. I like it when it gets busy. I like needling lots of people, and it's just great when the clinic is full and everybody's there with the needles in, relaxing. It's a really, really good feeling, and I enjoy it. I would say definitely out of all the different types of practice models that I've had, it's the most fun that I've had in terms of practice. When that they were planning a school, and then I got very interested because I've been involved with acupuncture schools, like I say, for 15 years as a teacher, as an administrator, teaching all different aspects of the program, and so I was very interested, and so I sort of kind of nudged Lisa and said, hey, let me help you work on this, and so I'm very happy to be a part of it. We worked very hard on the initial Oregon State licensure and getting things up and running, and now we're working on the official ACOM accreditation. And it's just something that's very necessary. I think we need a training program specifically for community acupuncture, and it's very exciting. I just finished teaching today the class. The class is doing great. It's the very first class of Pocatec, and I'm real optimistic. In many ways, when we were doing the writing of the curriculum, in many ways, State of Oregon kind of held us to a pretty high standard educationally in terms of what's called Bloom's taxonomy, and I think really the core of the curriculum has to do with applying a lot of critical thinking. We're teaching everything that we need to be teaching in the program, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't in other programs, things like social justice, things which are really kind of necessary to have awareness of because they're at the core of community acupuncture. And I think that it's very, very important to have these kinds of things in the curriculum. So we have all the stuff that's necessary for accreditation, but we have so much more that's related specifically to community acupuncture, and just I think in so many ways just makes people better, more aware, more compassionate practitioners to be that much better than students coming out of any other acupuncture program.
Better.
Because a lot of times a person off the street can't afford to get acupuncture any other way, and living in South Florida and seeing the need that we have, and seeing all the people who are, in, working class backgrounds, lower to, middle incomes, who can't afford acupuncture. This is something that, it just opens up whole new possibilities for managing their health problems, or for, enhancing their health, or what have you. There's an awful lot of people who could really benefit from this, and I think that we're only just scratching the surface in terms of the numbers of people and the kinds of people that we can help. So I think it matters enormously.
Why does Pocatec matter? Well, Pocatec matters because it's a training program specifically for community acupuncture, and so it trains people to specifically to staff these clinics and to open up acupuncture to as wide a range of people as possible. One of the, I think, important things about Pocatec is that we're deliberately keeping the cost as low as we can, because oftentimes what happens once they graduate school is they have a very, very high level of debt, and this high level of debt makes it very difficult for them to open a clinic, because if you're going to open a clinic, you have to have some kind of capital to start up. It's basically starting up a business. And Pocatec will help those clinics happen much more easily, because the students won't be graduating with as much debt. And also Pocatec has teaches the community acupuncture business model, where we have all of the systems that have been tested over the years by a wide variety of people in a wide variety of locations, and we found that this gives the best chances for startup clinics to have success. So Pocatec will allow clinics to spring up where there have been no community acupuncture clinics, possibly no acupuncture clinics at all, and it will give them the best chance of being able to survive those first few years of business when things are oftentimes really tough and a lot of clinics close up.